this happen before. The tire just exploded. That's a first. That was a dumb...
Now how did that happen, Jake?
What happened was... we put in some Fix-A-Flat, and then we drove it for like 2 seconds. Unaware that the shit inside the tire needed to expand fully.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite like full yet, so we stopped and put air in the motherfucker. And as we were driving down the interstate, pressure got so big that the tire exploded.
How you feel about that, Josh?
Intrigued, because this is the first time we ever had the tire just flat out explode. I mean, usually there's a flat or...
Did we even notice?
Didn't even notice. Yeah, we didn't even notice. Yeah, I started driving along and I'm like, noticed that like I could only see one tire and not a second one.
No, we're good. We got it. Thank you.
Thanks.
So, truckers are awesome.
Yeah, truckers
have saved our ass on more than one occasion.
We used wood today.
Yes.
We said wood is a primitive technology.
Yeah, see, because this tire was so low, we couldn't get the jack up underneath onto the frame of the, what is that thing right there?
That's called the axle.
Yeah, we couldn't get the jack underneath the actual axle, and because of that, we had to do it over here on this side. Well, it was because of the suspension, the thing was lowering, so we couldn't get it high enough by raising it here to get here. So Rob had to get a wood block, hold it there, and then move the jack where it's supposed to be in the first place.
And then to make it even dumber,
we have balding. It's
our
balding
good tire doesn't have enough air in it.
Yeah, the good spare does not have enough air, so
we gotta stop somewhere, don't we?
Put a balding tire on, go to a gas station, fill that other tire up, and then change it again.
Yes. So we're not done yet. I'm glad we brought that wood block. It's like it was a perfect length, perfect height. Rob used his brain sauce.
Our wood was the perfect length.
Nah.
Yeah, we're moving on up. We've got 2 axles now.
You know what I hear? I hear if you have 2 axles, you get the ladies.
You know, it didn't really even mess this rim up that bad. Not as not as bad as the last time.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time I like banged into a curb with it, which they still have not let me live down. Look at this. There's nothing left of this fucking tire.
Just the middle part of it, yeah.
We're really close. We're really close to the border of Oklahoma and Texas, and this is yet the latest incident in many in you know, vehicle trouble on the road.
This is a winner right here.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite.
It's pretty brutal.
We never had a tire just flat out explode on us. No, actually my favorite is still when the tire fell off.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
But this is my second favorite, just tire exploding.
Tire explode.
The tire explode. A tire explode. Gas station, because I gotta poop.
Is the camera still on?
Yeah.
Hey, Josh has to poop, everyone.
Yes. This is the first time this has ever happened.
Hey, show the world the face that has to poop right now.
This face is the face of a man who's got to poop. I pooped. I feel better.
All right. Into darkness. Hi. We are officially entering pre-production today. Currently have Josh and Jake rehearsing some guitar stuff. Let's go. Interrupt them rudely. This is like the first leg of pre-production that I'm showing everyone, and it's officially starting today.
We're all wearing Psychostick shirts.
Are we?
How lame is that?
Well, it's even lamer as I'm wearing a rod for president.
Yeah, you're wearing your shirt.
I'm wearing my shirt with my face on it.
He's wearing a shirt with his face on it.
It's true.
Yeah.
All of our faces.
Well, you have all of our faces.
What's even funnier is that like
that's the best looking guy.
Yeah.
This is not
in Bizarro world.
This is not shameless self-promotion. This is just being unable to afford any other shirts.
Hey, they're free for us, right?
They're free for us.
That's why I'm wearing it.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, and there's our practice amps for now. We'll be actually having a full band set up in about 5 days or so. Jimmy's here.
Is this slow motion?
Yeah, sure.
Now it is.
Nightmares and Dreamscapes.
Wonderful light reading for the plane. Then he starts talking to me about, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm coming out to Kansas City to pre-produce an album, and then we're gonna go to Phoenix to record it. Oh yeah, you play in a band? What band do you play with? A band called Psychostick. Oh, beer is good. You play in that? What do you do? I play bass. I mean, I sing. And I signed autographs. Dude, but I did pull like one of the smartassest things ever. Anthony would have been so proud of me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we're sitting there and like, plane hasn't taken off yet, and this one kid starts, and then it starts another kid into, and there's this bi screaming thing happening with the two kids. So we just sat there and bit our lips, I think everybody on the plane, for about 5 minutes, and then when they settled down, like it got too quiet, I was like, and I was like, as soon as it got quiet, I'm like, try condoms.
We are up early right now. Early being 10:30 to go to Guitar Center.
So what was that? Were you making fun of my being tall again?
Yeah, because you kind of like, you got like a, we cut it, yeah. See? You make us look nice.
This is eye level for me.
Shut up. Isn't it very funny how the drummer from Red Hot Chili Peppers looks exactly like Will Ferrell?
I was just gonna say, is that Will Ferrell on the wall right there?
I mean,
wow, he looks just like Will Ferrell.
like, that's gotta suck when you look like Will Ferrell. I mean, he's a badass drummer too.
He's a good drummer. Will Ferrell's funny though.
He's pretty funny.
I like Will Ferrell.
He's off and on.
I think that's kind of creepy though.
It's like, Will Ferrell plays drum. Wait, no.
Will Ferrell plays drums for Smashing Pumpkins? I had no idea.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Can you show them your old pedals first? Once we're done, show me the old pedals.
I am so sick of my old pedals, I brought them out of the room because I didn't want them anymore. So let me go back in here. Alright, here they are. Alright. First of all, they go together like this. And it's only got one lug here. And this little flap, the rubber flap, fell off the bottom. It's supposed to be here. So I just duct taped it so it wouldn't move as much.
How is that one pedal held on there?
Oh, here's the piece. This is the left half of the pedal. This is supposed to be a proper hinge like this one.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see.
But it broke, and so if you zoom in, that's a nail. And I bent the ends in...
that's pretty crafty.
Because our good friend in Fort Wayne, Indiana actually had a bunch of nails, and he helped us out. So, yeah, it's held together. The last half of the tour, the last tour we did with Look What I Did and Power Glove. Yep. So, I want to say thanks to Jake and thanks to Basil for letting me borrow their pedals. He totally MacGyvered that shit.
Now, let's see. The new pedals!
So let's see, we went from a very good Pearl pedal, it was just beat to shit, and I toured on it for way too long. I mean, it wasn't a bad pedal at all. But now this is, in my opinion, the best pedal in the world.
It comes with its own hard shell case.
This is the first thing I asked when we went to Guitar Center. It's like, does it come with a case? I need a case. Hey, bring it up here so we can get a better view of it. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Jake tripped over the other drums. Yeah. It is. The DW 9000. These are the shit.
Alright, now bust out that bass drum and put it together. Let's see what it looks like.
Hey, Steve. I bought it. Now give me the endorsement. I know your name. You work for DW. Hey, Steve. For those of you that knew about our little fundraiser that we did, where we had fans donate to like help us record, fund this album, I would like to show you some of the things that we purchased with the money that was donated by our fans, such as this nice little setup here. This is going to be the new Psychostick guitar rig. We have ourselves a BB Sonic Maximizer, donated by Gogi, who lives in Atlanta, Georgia. He just flat out gave it. He had one of those to say, hey, you need one of these? I'll just mail it to you. Sweet. Thanks, Kogi. He's in Dear Enemy. Plug their band. Right here we have a Engel, the tube rack mount 530. This is pretty much the most metal rack mount head. Well, actually they're heads, you know, in general. Engel is the most metal company out there. They're based out of Germany. They're just now getting over here into the States, but tone. VHT, also a very respectable company. They're getting to more and more guitar centers. But this is actually a discontinued a rack mount version of basically the VHT Pitbull Ultra Lead and the CLX preamps kind of combined into one rack mount for all you guitar nerds out there. I had to find this on eBay because apparently they discontinued it, I believe because there's like lead components in it or something, so they're redesigning a new version of this. So this is, I found this on eBay for an amazing price. The guy just wanted to get rid of it, luckily, and the thing sounds beautiful. And we have a VHT power amp, which is going to power both of these heads. So yeah, we have top of the line bitchin' guitar tone. There's no other amp that I would want. This is it.
All right, Josh, what's going on today? Tell the world.
We're going to bust out the acoustic guitar and record some acoustic stuff.
Cooster?
Coosters.
We're gonna get all cooster. Oh, okay.
And that's killer. Killer.
They're doing killer.
Come here, dude. Come here, dude.
Wogga.
Cow.
Laffy Taffies. How many Laffy Taffies? Would you say 24 million?
I have traveled many miles to be here.
Would you say you have traveled 10 million miles? So, how do you feel about the new album?
I feel extremely excellent in a most tubular manner.
Jake, you got your dream amp.
Yes, I did.
Tell me about it.
I love it. It's so metal, I want to fuck it.
There you go.
We just finished that song?
We just finished that
And
song.
you guys are witnessing right now productivity because we don't have the internet.
What's the name of the song you just finished?
The Hunger Within, yes.
Give me a little background on that song. What's it about?
Song about a deep yearning for food when you're broke.
So it's about touring.
Well,
It can
be, but it's more about like whenever your fridge is empty and like you still have like a few more days till you get paid, so you're just eating ramen noodles and stuff, and you want to eat real food, and the longing for like a pizza or a taco or something.
Okay, so taking that theme and being a broke musician like yourself, Josh, what has been your staple food during this time off?
I'll show you. Totino's pizzas.
Oh snap. Now what's the...
Corn dogs.
Oh, that's gross.
And chicken nuggets.
Okay, now let's, real quick, what's the price on the Totino's?
Totino's pizza?
like $1 a piece.
Yeah, they're somewhere around like $1.
This is Jason. He owns Toxic Recording, where Psychostick is recording. Jason, how do you feel about that?
I feel awesome about it. The sandwich is turning out well.
What's your favorite part of the sandwich?
There are so many good parts of the sandwich. I would have to say the whole sandwich is my favorite part so far.
And how would you rate Josh as a studio engineer?
Josh is excellent as a studio engineer. And even though I said that like I meant it sarcastically, I didn't.
It was a video.
Goodness.
Guinness. Men drink Guinness. Nuclear iced tea. Girl drink nuclear iced tea.
Yeah, let's do this. We can record. Hey, killer.
You can't record this part.
Yeah.
What? Like it's in video, can't record?
No, nobody can hear this yet. It is of the utmost vital importance that we keep this on the down low. Sorry, guys. I blame
Global warming.
global warming.
Once the instrument stops.
All right, you and your being right about it. All right, Jay.
Well, it's bloody wonderful. Bloody.
So, and now we die. Josh.
The thing of the song. All right, turn me up some more. Hello, hello. Da, 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 da. A little bit more. La, 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 la. Yeah, there you go. No. No, it's good. God, this is gonna be hard to record. Hey, don't forget about me. All right. Die! I like that last one because it has resolve at the end. Don't listen to Jimmy. He's trying to distract you. Are we doing the next verse or this verse again? A couple more times. Huh? Are we doing 2 more?
Let's do one more.
One more? Okay. They're analyzing my work. Scrutinizing me.
Rob, let's do one more. Just the word planets.
Planets?
Planets, Doc. You sound like planets.
Planets?
Planets.
Oh man, it's planets.
Ready?
All right.
Just do just that line source.
I wish you could hear what I could hear. It's high fidelity everything, like when I take a drink. It's just so high quality and it's like real life. It's a documentary. Say hi to Gail. Yeah, we're gonna cut that.
We'll do another take of that. That the 2 lines are like that you're using a very different, kind of vocal inflection, so that you can really hear the difference.
No, I said for him to use a different vocal inflection.
A different vocal inference, a different sound for each one. Robert's about to do some more. He's gonna do some vocals now. Vocals now. Vocals now. He's gonna do some
On headphones
vocals now.
now, he is freaking gay.
It's a lot like Chipotle, just more often.
Yeah, there's a couple places.
Jimmy's putting his hair up.
There's
Jake's hair's already up. Alex's hair is
pretty gross.
normal.
It's bland.
And there's Josh
There's one down here.
hacksawing his bandana.
It's like a solo
I'm always gorgeous as always. Always. Yeah.
I don't think he should be in charge of the camera anymore.
He'd do the same thing if he had the power.
Oh, we're all gonna get one of those cameras. The footage is gonna be never ending.
Oh, alright. That's fine with me.
Now they're back in our hand.
We have some new lyrics.
Across the room.
Don't eat my food. Which is more along the subject matter of not eating my food or we'll kill your ass, right?
Yeah, right.
And last night, I formatted and reinstalled Windows on our recording computer, and now it works like a charm.
Finally.
Because I'm amazing. So now we can finish recording guitars and bass in like a day, right?
No, an hour.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Wasn't it? All right. Damn it.
camera?
Yeah. Go away. I got 4 hours of sleep last night.
4 hours.
Go for it. I know it's a weird time to bring this up on stage in front of like everybody, but I think I'm in love. Really? And you know, these are the type of emotions that you should spill out to everybody in order to make yourself feel better about yourself, right? Isn't that true?
Yeah, that's pretty much what songwriting is all about, from what I understand.
Well, would it be cool if we like somehow, because I'm in love with a drink called Jägermeister, and it could be like alcoholism or it could be real love, and I want to believe that it's real love, and I figure maybe you guys could help me make that real.
Well, Jamie, you're a little new to the band, but I just want you to know that we did write a song about Jägermeister, and as a matter of fact, it's about loving Jägermeister. That's right. So this will be directed towards you, my friend. This is the Jägermeister love song. You better all dance. Pretty up there. And if you don't have a beer, take one of your shoes off and hold that up. There you go, Josh. There it is. Yeah. And do not take them down because this next song is called Shoe. I'm sorry, beer. guys very much. We are Psychostick. That was it for us. Primitive astronauts are off next. Don't you go anywhere. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, just so you know, we got merchandise for sale over here. Brand new shirts. We got like 60 shirt designs. I am running for office. Buy a Rod for President shirt. And vote Rod by carving the name in the ballot. You guys have a good night. Don't explode.
Alright, so we're recording now.
Alright.
So Josh, you are the seed of Psychostick.
Seed of Psychostick. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, so tell us the origin.
Starting how far back? Very, very beginning?
Right, I guess from the first song that you wrote, I believe, In a Band to Get Chicks, correct?
No.
No. What was the first song that you wrote?
Plug. Plug is the first song that I ever wrote that became something. Oh, actually, first riff, technically. It became a song later. But, well, you want to know the origins, the real origins of Psychostick, you have to go back in the time machine to about 1998 when Rob and I graduated from high school. And, you know, we're out of high school and we're like, dude, like, we're not in school anymore. Now we can do stuff. So what should we do? And Rob's like, dude, we should start a band. You know, we did that whole thing, the whole, we're going to start a band and get famous thing. And, you know, that was his idea. And we started pursuing that. And then he moved. Rob moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico. But after that, I was all excited about doing the band thing. So I'm like, screw it. All right, well, let's start a band anyway. So I found 3 other dudes, Marvin, Bozzy, and Steve. Rest in peace, Bozzy. He actually was killed in the over in Iraq pretty recently. New Jersey. Side note. We got together and we were a local band to Odessa, Texas, population 120,000, I believe. And there's, not exactly abundant opportunities, in such a small town. So we played a few shows as Asinine. That was the name of what we were called back then. And I was actually the singer of that band. I wasn't like that good, but I was the singer. We had like 5 songs that we played. The only one to survive from that band is Plug. That's the only one we used to play back then that we still play today in Psychostick. So Plug was an import from Asinine. So anyway, well, Rob, like during that time, moved from Albuquerque to Phoenix, and he convinced me to move to Phoenix and to like start a band up with him again. So took the idea behind Asinine, which was like metal with a little bit of comedy, and like flipped it on its head and say, lots of comedy with metal. And then we formed Psychostick. We found Alex through Ad of the New Times, and then we found a bassist through Alex, who had also contacted him through the New Times. It's a publication here in Phoenix.
When I put an ad in the Phoenix New Times saying I'm a drummer, I want to be in a band. I was 15 years old at the time, and they got a hold of me, Rob and Josh did, and then I had been talking to a bass player named Hunter, and he didn't have a band either, so the 4 of us got together to start the band. We made our first demo. It was called Don't Bitch, It's Free, and then about a year later, he wanted to go do like punk rock kind of stuff, so no tension or anything like that. He just wanted to do something else. So Hunter left, and we got Mike in 2001. And about that time, we recorded the demo Die a Lot. And after that, we were a 4-piece, the 4 of us, for quite a while. And recorded We Couldn't Think of a Title in 2003.
And then that's when we recorded our very first album, which is We Couldn't Think of a Title. And, pretty much from there on, you could pretty much see the history in this very DVD that you're watching. Yeah.
Very good. Tell us how the name Psychostick came about.
Well, this question gets asked kind of frequently in interviews, but the band name originated after Josh moved to Phoenix, and it was just me and Josh, and we were going with the name Asinine at the time, and Josh, you know, the internet, he hopped online and started searching around, and there are other band names with that name. It's a pretty cool band name, I think. It's like, man, we need a new name. So we slept on it, literally. And I literally woke up at about 2 or 3 in the morning, half asleep, half awake. And the name just popped in my head. I have no inspiration for the name. I didn't think of a branch with crazy eyes on it. It just popped in my head. And the original pronunciation was going to be Psychostick, which created all sorts of confusion locally because there was a song where he said, I'm in that band Psychostick, the original recording of In a Band to Get Chicks. I said Psychostick, and we couldn't think of a title. I pronounced it Psychostick, so we went with the more obvious pronunciation. But the origination was just, you know, random thought, and I went into the living room where Josh was still awake and strumming on my really cheap, crappy acoustic guitar. And I said, hey, I thought of a band name, Psychostick or Psychostick, I don't remember exactly what I said. He's like, cool. And we went with that. That's about it. And as far as the mascot goes, that obviously came after the band name. And I threw it together in Flash. Just started messing around, drawing circles, and then shaping it into what it is. Because that program is cool because you can draw a circle and start moving the edges around until you get your shape. And that's pretty much what I did to form the mascot. And I actually have a pretty cool animation of him jumping up and down, and you know, his arms are flailing, his leaf is flailing, and his drool is flopping back and forth. And I'll probably release that again once we do a new teaser for Sandwich or something in the future. So
very cool.
Yeah.
It's just like horrible. I think my parents are on the crack or something. Put that in the video.
Documented.
He's already recording at school. Like, hey mom, parents are on the crack.
So for people who don't know, this is merch guy Tony. Tony doesn't get a lot of face time on the MySpace because instead of his face, it is a death burger.
Because it'll like overshadow Rob's, and he doesn't want my face on there. Because he'll be like, all the girls will be jealous of him or me, or he'll be jealous of me.
Stands the reason.
Yeah.
So you have been with the band for a very long time. How did you first get involved? How did you meet? What happened?
Well, back in I think it was 2000 or 2001. I used to do like street teams for bands, and I used to do it for this website. I'm not gonna say the name because they're a bunch of dicks, but yeah, I did a street team for Nothing Face back, I think it was 2001, and so I went to that show over at the Big Fish Pub over here in Tempe, and Rob and Josh were there, and I don't remember how I started talking to them, but they were sitting at a table, and I remember we were just talking about it, and they said they're in the band, and I don't think they had started it yet. And I remember I asked what they did. Josh said he played guitar, and Rob just went like this. You know, obviously he sucks a lot, you know. So I figured that out pretty quick. And then I think we didn't really like talk to each other for like a year. And then I saw Josh at a bank like right down the street from my house. And then after that, I started going to their shows. He told me about the band, and then I started going to their shows, and then so I kind of like forced myself into there. Cause I remember Alex, like one time we played a show at they played a show at Bash on Ash, which is non-existent now. I remember it was all their stuff was outside, and he wanted to go. I don't know what band it was, but he wanted to go see a band, and I was watching. I offered to watch the stuff, and then I think it kind of just went from there. Just like I kept forcing myself in there. So if you want to be like hanging around a band, just, you know, get in there like on your first date, That's pretty much how it worked. Like, I just kept doing that. They pretty much had to be my friend. They're like, so it was pretty cool.
You were on their first tour.
Yeah.
How did you get roped into that, and what did you think? What was your experience on that tour?
I think I offered because they needed someone to watch merch, so I was just like, I didn't want to work. I'm lazy. I don't want to work for nobody else, so I did it for them for nothing. I mean, really, you know, they fed me, they took me all over the U.S., so you can't complain.
Jimmy Grant.
That's me.
This time last year, you were getting ready to go on the first annual Holiday Hate Tour, except you were the singer of Endorphin.
Yeah.
So tell me about that band and I guess the public version of why or how you ended up in Psychostick.
Let's see here. We, at the point that we did the Holiday Hate Tour, should I not be like looking at the camera? Should I be looking at you when I talk? I don't know what to do
look
with
at the
my
camera.
hands.
The camera represents the viewers.
All right, so let me see. At the point that we did the Holiday Hate Tour, we had just lost, what, 3 of the 5 members of Endorphin and then replaced 2 of those 3 members. So it was already on shaky ground. And we did the Holiday Hate Tour, which turned out to be pretty damn successful for Endorphin. You know, like, I'm sure it was pretty successful for Psychostick as well, obviously. But as soon as we came back, we lost a drummer again, you know, and at that point it was just too shaky. I mean, like, I can't put my future personally into something that's that shaky. Then I get a call from Alex saying, you know, that he heard there was trouble in paradise and this and that, and so they needed a bass player, and you know, I happened to be able to play bass as well, so like it worked out well for everybody, I guess, you know. Now I'm in a comedy band, which is what, you know, Endorphin was so close to being a comedy band anyway. That's why we did so many tours with Psychostick. So I mean, it's a perfect fit for my stupid ass personality. Yeah.
All right, we're here with Jägermeister, the second to latest addition to the Psychostick lineup. Now, for those of you who don't know, which I would imagine is most of you, Jake has a very unique role in Psychostick in that he is on the beer song from the first album. Jake, tell us about that experience, how you got involved.
Well, I've actually known Psychostick for quite a long time because I was in local bands when they just started out. So we were playing shows with them at the very beginning. I was in a band called Wisdom of Eternity, and we would, you know, hang out with Psychostick because they're cool.
Now, did you ever ask for an autograph?
No.
Okay.
They weren't rock stars when I knew them.
They waited until you joined.
Yeah, they waited until I got in the band to do the whole rock star thing, which is cool for me. But yeah, my old band, Wisdom of Eternity, went to either Josh's or Rob's old apartment. I think it was Rob's old apartment. And we did background on the beer song. I'm in that recording along with my drummer and my guitar player from Wisdom of Eternity and a bunch of other local bands from Arizona doing the beer is good part on that song. That's why it sounds so big. And the cool thing is Rob's vocal booth was like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It was basically 2x4s constructed into like a square frame and then slung with 30 sleeping bags over the top of it. And it was so fucking hot in that vocal booth. Like Rob almost died recording the vocals to that CD. So.
Now, your history has a lot of marching band in it. How has that affected your songwriting?
Oh well, I was in a, I played trumpet in high school, and it was really into like drum corps, drum corps drumming, the really rhythmic stuff. So one thing I get told really often is that you know, my riff writing is very percussive. So a lot of our songs have very percussive riffs in them, you know, that kind of stuff, with like weird rhythms and stuff. Another thing that is like, you know, with a I also like took years of music theory and like went to college for a few years like doing music theory. Although like I was going to be a music major, and like I did just there's no real future in that because pretty much the only thing you can do with that is become a professor that teaches music theory or a band director, which I wanted to do neither. I mean, so I stopped that. Ended up starting this band. But let's see, as far as my musical background, one thing I learned about like concert and orchestral pieces, symphonic pieces, is that music tells a story. It's like if you write a riff, and you put it in a song, there's got to be a reason that riff is there. It's just not like, hey, that sounds cool. Like think about the song as a whole and fill in the whole, but like build it around the concept. It's just that, our songs, the concepts are usually stupid. And everything, and you write a song, you go into the song thinking, here's what the feel of the song's gonna be about, here's the vibe, and then from that, it's really easy to like know what kind of riffs to play, what kind of melodies to use, what kind of vocals should be in it. It's like, it just becomes very easy to do. Rather than trying to do the other way around, which is start with a cool riff, and then try to come up with what the song should be about. That's really difficult. We have a few songs where we started out with the riffs and they never turned out as good as the songs that started out with the idea of what the song was about first.
Cool. What bands are in your iPod that maybe inspire your style of singing?
The bands, I don't know, it's weird with me. It's like with the styles of singing, I really didn't try to mimic any style of any other artist. I mean, I had singers that I really like, or have singers that I really like LeJon from Seven Dust and Rob Flynn from Machine Head, and Brandon from Incubus, old Incubus, Science. That's amazing. And a lot of those guys are inspired me, per se, but I don't try to sing like them at all. I don't really have influences, I don't think. I try to just sing where I feel comfortable, and but I was inspired by those guys in particular. They called me, they're like, got this song, I wrote it, it's about beer. They read me all the lyrics till the very end, and they asked me what I thought the last line should be. And I'm pretty sure I said it immediately. I didn't even have to think about it. It's, let's go drive a car. And that made them laugh even harder. And so that was it. That was the lyric for the song. Not knowing that by doing that, we probably totally killed our chances in getting it on, Sirius radio play or anything like that years later. But I don't really care because I think it's funny. So, but that does not mean that we, endorse drunk driving. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. So, just so you know, coming from my mouth, drinking and driving is retarded. And you are retarded if you drink and drive.
So tell me about your style. Who are some of your influences?
Travis Barker's #1. He's my favorite drummer ever. He's, across the board, he's the best in my opinion. And Brain is another big one. I really like the drumming style of the dude from Dillinger, Escape Plan, and the guy from Sugar. Both those guys are really good. And then Abe Cunningham from Deftones, and Dave McClain from Machine Head. I'd say that's a good round bunch of people.
So, tell me about your choice guitar.
The guitar I really want?
Yes.
I would love an ESP Viper Custom. That's what I want.
Why?
They play great. The neck feels great in my hands. I love to stroke it. I love to strum it. Their body style is actually pretty unique and cool. I like it a lot, and they're light, so it won't hurt my neck being on stage for hours and hours. Rock and roll. I also play the kazoo, so anybody out there needs a kazoo player for some tracking or something, just give me a call.
Right, freelance studio work you're doing?
Yep.
Cool. Being an Endorphin, you played bass on the one song, so there's a lot of people, including myself, were just kind of like, what, Jimmy plays bass like for real? And it turns out you're extremely talented at the instrument.
So just saying that because I could see you.
That's true. And the viewers at home will probably be disagreeing with me at this point, but give us a little bit of background on your, you know, what made you
my amazing abilities?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is when, in the inception of Endorphin, when I was, I was 16, 17, I was never supposed to be the singer. I played guitar. I wanted to be Jimi Hendrix, you know, and that was a huge deal for me, was learning the instrument of guitar. And I kind of got like pushed into that limelight type situation, pushed into the singer situation, which, you know, I fully embraced. I mean, it was another instrument, you know, so let me try it. But the whole time that I was playing guitar or, you know, playing guitar and singing, our original bass player would leave his bass over at my house all the time. And I always had this this thing that I always told the guys in our band, and it was like, if I could slap like Les Claypool or Flea or something, that's all I would do all the time, is just slap bass. So when he started leaving his bass over at my house, obviously as another instrument, I picked it up and started playing it. And you know, it's like this need to know for me. It's like a need to know every instrument that's being played and really how it's being played in the band. And then I can, you know, then whenever I come up with an idea or go to our bass player, singer, you know, or whatever, and I ask them, you know, hey, can we do something like this? I know what it's actually involved in doing that. I'm not asking the impossible out of these guys, you know. It's like, if I can do it, you can fucking do it, you know, like that type situation. But, you know, for me, it just seemed like a necessity to know, you know, exactly what everybody's playing and how, you know, how difficult and simple it is that they're doing, you know.
Since being in Psychostick, you have acquired several endorsements.
That's true.
Let's talk about those. Who do you got, and what is it about that product that makes them enticing to you?
Well, the first endorsement I ever got, I'm not going to say the name because the guy turned out to be kind of a dick, but they were free. So that was cool. I got free sticks for a while. And then I met the guy and decided not to work with him anymore. And then about a week later, I was in Cincinnati and met the guy from Endway, and he got me in touch with Silver Fox. And yeah, these guys. And they've been great to me. Awesome sticks, awesome people, just a killer company. And since then, I've talked to Zildjian for a while, and I don't really have a full endorsement just yet, but I'm working with the company. I'm building a relationship, and that's been really good so far. They've been really cool to me. And that's it so far. But I'm working on a couple new ones. Okay,
now in getting these sponsorships, what requirements did the bands or did the companies have for you that may help other bands in getting endorsements?
Most of the time, they want to see that you're touring, or at least playing a bunch of shows. You know, at least a few a month. I mean, a lot. So you can't really do that in your town and play all the time and have people actually come out. So touring is kind of a necessity, and you have to obviously be able to play your instrument. You have to be decent at that at least. And you know, you could send them your songs, the video, the touring, you know. If you send them a press kit, like a solid press kit that's professionally done, and you know, you don't have a bunch of misspelled words in the cover letter and stuff like that, just get them a bio, get them your CD, and, you know. It's pretty simple, you just have to know how to talk to people. Once you get in touch with them, don't call them every day, like, hey, give me an endorsement. Just, I talked to Zildjian once every month or two for about 6 months before I got something going. So you have to be persistent but not annoying. They don't want that. They want, you know, good musicians that are actually going out there and doing this for a living, but you know, they don't want a bunch of, they don't want to give you a bunch of free shit for no reason either. They definitely want a reason to give you something, you know, at cost or whatever. Like basically support their company and they'll support you too. That's kind of how it works.
Now, as far as a comedy band goes, there are hundreds and hundreds of comedy bands out there. Kids in high school starting bands like this. What is it about Psychostick that has allowed the band to excel beyond what most comedy bands can do?
Well, we're a comedy band, but we take the music and the business aspect of it very, very, very seriously. I mean, that's why on our first record, we put a lot of time into making sure that it sounded really good, because you know, most comedy bands that put a record, it sounds like it's done in their garage or something, and people are like, ah, that's funny, but you guys are you're just goofing around and not gonna go anywhere. So you gotta let people know that you're serious about being stupid.
Okay. Now, you and Rob are responsible for the beer song. Give us a little bit of information, a little background on that.
We both actually worked the same job for a while, doing web design kind of work, and we had a cubicle right next to each other, and like one slow day, and I were really bored, and we just came up with this really terrible poem about beer. And we were like, hey, we should make this into a song, and make it with a horrible background, and then we wrote it in 15 minutes. It's we actually played it, we didn't think it was actually going to become a song, and we played it hey, this is actually kind of cool. And yeah, it's kind of an accident. Of course, most of our best songs started as some seemingly really bad idea that when taken to extreme somehow becomes a good idea.
A lot of people would like to know how the band has achieved success via XM radio. Why don't you share the viewers that story?
Well, there's a lot of little details that I don't know, but from what I understand, there's a guy in France. His name is, I guess the American equivalent of his name would be Michael, and in France it's like Michel or something like that. And he discovered us, I don't know, probably just by surfing around on the internet. And he is friends with Evil J's brother, and Evil J is the bassist for OTEP. And then Evil J's brother, him and Michel were talking, and they're like, oh, this is band Psychostick, and then, checked it out and liked it, and then kept trying to get Evil J to listen to it. And Evil J's like, ah, sorry, Evil J, but this is what you told me. And after that, Evil J finally listened to it and liked it and loved it, whatever. I think Evil J is probably our biggest fan. It's a really big compliment and everything. And Evil J let guys in Slipknot hear it, and guys in a bunch of other big bands here while he was on Ozfest. And then there was an instance when he was at XM Radio and passed our disc along to one of the DJs there. And yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. And then they just started playing the beer song because they liked it, I guess. Who likes that song?
Now, you guys have quite a following in Minneapolis, and you credit that mostly to a show you did with another band opening up. What was that band, and how did that get arranged?
The two bands we opened up for at the Myth were Army of Anyone and 3 Days of Grace. And we got put on the show because of a radio thing that was going on between Rockridge and the radio station there. And it was a total radio deal, and I think Saliva was going to play that spot, if I remember right. And they canceled or went and did something else, I don't know. So they put us on the bill, and it was very, very lucky. It was pretty much a luck move, but I'm not a big believer in luck. I think it was meant to be. So thank you, Saliva, for not playing the show.
So going from singer to bass player, what's the mentality that goes into that? Like all of a sudden you're the center of attention, front man, and now,
nobody hears me at all. Yeah.
Right.
There's a huge ego thing. Me and Rob do this all the time. I'm like, maybe I should sing this song, and Rob's like, no, and maybe you should play bass, Rob. Maybe I should front the band from now on. And Rob's like, no, so there's still a little shit to be worked out. I'm fully kidding, by the way. To me, it's fun, man. I mean, I can sit back. I don't have to, I know the responsibilities that comes with being a front man. And, it's a lot of fun, but it's also kind of a lot of fun to sit
you know, sit back in the background and point and laugh at Rob and know that Rob has all those responsibilities now, you know?
How was the pre-production of the album for you? Your first writing session with Psychostick, stuff like that.
It was really good, actually. It was just tons and tons of laughs, and the ideas just kept flowing. Didn't really seem to be an end to the ideas, although a lot of them are about food, but I guess you write what you know, and this band knows food. So.
Well done. This time last year, were you in a band?
Yes, I was.
Tell me about that band.
This time last year, I think I was in a band called Whiskey Driven. I've been in so many bands that I don't know which one was which, but Whiskey Driven, that's a bunch of original stuff that I wrote, acoustic stuff that I sang as well, played guitar on. Had some friends backing me up. MySpace.com/WhiskeyDriven2.
A lot of people, I think most people, fans of the band, do not know that you are an avid reader.
Couldn't they tell by... yeah, dude. Books are the best movies. You know, the library's like free Blockbuster to me.
What are you reading now?
Dude. You don't even want to know. Chuck, whatever the guy's name is, the guy that wrote Fight Club. I just read a short story from this guy that's from a book called Haunted, and it is literally probably the most disturbing thing. I've read like every fucking Stephen King book, you know, in existence. This is the most disturbing thing I've ever read ever. It's like something about some kid who swims to the bottom of a pool to jerk off and then sits on a recirculation pump and sucks his guts out through the... Oh God, it was, you know, I have to spread that along because misery apparently loves company, so...
So anyone who sees you perform will notice that your snare does not match the set.
That's very true. I'm not a punk-ass bitch.
Do you know any punk-ass bitches?
I know a lot, but I'm sure they wouldn't like it if I called them out on DVD. So, yeah, there's a bunch of them out there. If your snare comes with the drum set that you buy, no, just get a new one, man. You can get a new, like a solid snare, like a Pearl even, just anything for $100, you know. That sounds better than anything that comes with a set. So, it's a much better decision.
How has Psychostick survived this long, being a touring unit with all of the stress that comes with being in a band?
There's a lot to be said for determination. If you really want something to work, you'll make do with what you have. Even though you have no money, barely enough food, thousands and thousands of dollars in debt, your van, you know, potentially could be breaking. I mean, ours didn't, but our trailer did quite a bit on the last tour.
Why don't you play the dumb song live?
That's a good question. Well, the dumb song never will be a Psychostick song. The reason why there's confusion is on LimeWire. Yes, I know about LimeWire. There's a guy who downloaded the dumb song off of Plow.com, which is a website that I run, sort of. And got it all mixed up because Josh is in the dumb song with our friend Murph. And because, you know, Josh's voice is very recognizable, and you'll hear Josh's voice also in a lot of Psychostick songs. So I think that's where the confusion came from. And so the guy put it up on LimeWire as a Psychostick song. And now the whole world thinks it's a Psychostick song, even though it's not. And that's why we don't play it live, because it's not our song. Now I know that Josh and Murph finished recording an entire album recently. And Josh is busy working on Sandwich right now, so he hasn't gotten around to it, but they did redo the dumb song, or made it better, or something like that, just so that we clarify everything. And when that album comes out, hopefully, although I may be hoping a little too much, that there will be no more confusion. Good answer, huh?
Very good, very good. Getting sick. Elaborate.
On the first tour, I don't even know how far into the tour I was. It was like, what, a week or two, 2 weeks, something like that.
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks into the tour, everything is awesome, and then all of a sudden, like, I start getting pink eye, and I had pink eye in both of my eyes, which killed my immune system and got me sick. I was throwing up, had a fever, you know, shitting, puking, the whole 9 yards. It was all that stuff at once for like a whole week. I was stranded in like a hotel room somewhere in New Mexico. And, you know, being the good guys that they are, Psychostick like did my laundry for me and got me medicine and stuff. Let me sleep in the bed, which is really awesome. So thanks, guys.
Because who gets the bed? That's always, you know, you never know who's getting it.
We're usually sharing a bed for all you ladies.
2 in the bed, 3 on the cots?
Yeah, 2 on the floor. Or if we get lucky and it's a double bedroom, there will be 2 in each bed, and then like 3 on the floor, 4 on the floor, something like that.
So,
no, but it was fun though. It was a good experience. For what was it, like 3 months?
The first tour was 3 months.
Like 3 months straight, and like it was just crazy. The one thing I like about when I go on tour and I come back, there's always this assumption that you do drugs, you have sex with random girls like all the time. Cause like I went back to Fry's and everybody's like, so how many girls did you go with? I'm like, I'm not like that though. It just doesn't make sense. It was just funny, the cliches, everybody, they're like, oh, you do drugs, you drink all the time. Nothing we do.
So what do you think about the cliche? Everyone assumes that Psychostick, the beer band, they must drink beer.
I think it's funny because like they drink beer, but they don't drink it like college kids do. I don't think they really did that much. But it's just funny because everybody's like, oh, you guys don't drink beer, and they get all, you know, sad about it. And it's like, you know, someone that writes a song about drugs, they're not gonna, you know, do drugs all the time. Something like that. I'm gonna write a song about socks.
Bastard.
Because I wear socks.
I wear socks the same as he does.
Oh, because he hates socks. I have to write a song.
I guess an obvious question should be, what is behind the Superman costume, stage, persona?
You know, I could give you a bunch of bullshit answers, but the real answer to that is that I've always found it amazing. It's just the psychology behind Superman, that he went out, performed these, you know, more than human tasks. He always performed these superhuman tasks, but then after he performed those tasks, he went back to being Clark Kent. There was this dual personality, and it's something that always like felt like it kept me grounded, that no matter what I did, if I was going out and performing on stage, that's why, you know, this is generally not a thing. Like, usually I wear it on stage because that's when I perform what I consider my superhuman task or whatever. But like, but regardless, as soon as I step off that stage, I'm still Clark Kent. You know, you have to be able to balance those two worlds and realize that you're not Superman. You know, you're also Clark Kent. You might do this, but no matter what, whenever you come home, you know, you're gonna end up playing Final Fantasy, reading Hitchhiker's Guide. You know, yeah, I am equally the nerd of Clark Kent that I am, you know, the amazingness of Superman, you know.
So you're like Clark Kent who just wears the Superman costume all the time?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm Clark Kent who plays bass.
Oh, Jägermeister Love Song, that is you. You are the lyricist behind that song.
I wrote the entire song. I wrote the music and the lyrics.
Tell me about it.
Well, that was one that I kind of stole the ending from the Banner. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was listening to them a lot at that point, and the chug 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 part, that's taken straight out of a song off Each Breath Haunted. So I'm sorry guys, but it's kind of stolen from you, but that just means I like you a lot. But I was writing that song because I thought it'd be kind of funny to have a mock love song, but halfway through realizing that I didn't really care about the love song and just writing it about Jägermeister instead. And so I thought that would be funny, and then we made the music and everything. I wrote the music for it and played that for Josh, and he thought it was cool and actually made it a little bit better. He elaborated on the parts that I wrote on guitar, because I'm sort of a guitar player, but he's a real one, so he can actually write better stuff. So he fixed it a little bit, made it a little bit better, and then the end of it has a pun in it. So if anybody doesn't get the joke, listen to it again and think really hard about it. The chug, chug, chug part. Think really hard.
Well done.
So that was fun to record, though.
Going back to the first tour real quick, what do you recall was the first moment where you were just like, okay, this is real?
What do you mean real?
Like just something that may have happened where you just thought, okay, I'm really in a band that's really doing it, really touring.
Probably a couple of well, actually that first show in Odessa, Texas was the very first show I ever played with Psychostick, and it was insane. Like, I was really nervous. I wasn't moving around on stage a whole lot, but it didn't matter. Those kids were nuts. They just loved the band no matter what. And there's other shows like Sioux Falls, what is that, South Dakota?
Yes.
Fucking amazing show. That show, I was like, yeah, that's the shit that I want to do. And then obviously we've gone on to do bigger stuff like the Mayhem show. And hopefully this next tour will be full of huge shows like that, which is always a good goal. Money, money, money.
Smooth.
I got a phone call. Let's see who it is.
You know what? I think a good tour would be
It's Rob.
the Cows and Galoshes.
Hi, Rob, the guy which is interrupting this interview. Damn singers. Interrupting everything. Think they're like the center of the universe.
Yeah, try living with one.
I did.
How was that experience? We'll compare notes.
Actually, yeah, we got along pretty well. I like to say that like there's like crazy stuff that happened, but actually Rob and I are just like, you know, we're like both like really hardcore introverts, so we come home like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up? Okay, well, I'm gonna go play video games now. I'm gonna go surf the internet. Later. And how was that?
So what if Josh decided not to move out here? Would you have moved back to Odessa?
No. So you gotta understand at the time, the idea of the band taking off was like not even conceptual, you know? It was like we were just messing around. It was just something we were doing for fun. And Josh wanted to get out of Odessa because there was pretty much no music scene for rock there at all. It's all country, you know, as far as I know. Could have changed, but so he just wanted to get out of there. And I was the guy who convinced him to move, because when I was moving from Albuquerque to Austin, I stayed there for a couple of days, and I talked to him. I was like, dude, you gotta get out of here. There's nothing going on here. I was like, yeah. So he did it, and props to him, because that was not easy. He loaded up his car and drove to Phoenix, and he had car trouble on the way, I think.
What year was this?
2000. Early 2000, I think.
Now, obviously today there's no example to be given, but normally you put your hair up, and people ask about it, and I guess, you know, how did that get started? What was the inception?
Everybody seems to think there's this awesome story that goes with it. It was actually just the longest running accident of a haircut you could ever expect to have from, you know, ever. Like, it started out, you remember the 7th grade Bully Metallica haircut where it's shaved on the sides, you pull it back into a ponytail? Like, that was what it was originally supposed to be. But then, like, what happened was it was too short when it started out. So in order to be able to perform shows, I just kind of pulled it up and kept it out of my eyes, you know, and over a period of time, I just kept adding rubber bands, and it was like, oh, it's this little thing that sticks off the top of my head. And after a while, it just kept going up, I mean, and kept going up, and eventually became kind of like rings on a tree, where it's like, you know, I remember back here when we started out, you know, like, this is where we picked up Tanner, this is where we picked up Adam, this is where Endorphin broke up, this is where Psychostick began, you know, and it just keeps going. I mean, there's like, it's got this whole chronological order to everything that's happened, you know?
Okay, so when the band gets famous and they ask you the same questions I asked, will you give them the same response?
Absolutely. Be like, look, dickhead. You have to cut all that out. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. But it's fun just to have.
Anthony is not your friend.
That's right.
Anthony is a camera.
So at what point did the band decide to start taking itself seriously and touring?
Well, on some level we always took ourselves seriously. I mean, we were spending a lot of our free time just, you know, rehearsing and recording and just trying to play shows around here, get some sort of following. I mean, we're always serious. That's a big misconception, you know. A lot of people think that because we're a comedic band, we're just like, ooh, all the time. But 90% of the conversations we have are like, okay, what do we got to do next? How do we get, you know, step 1, step 2, step 3? And what's the other part of the question?
Touring.
Touring.
When
oh,
did you
touring.
Start touring.
The touring thing didn't really start happening, or didn't even become possible until we started getting XM radio play, which was in late 2005. And part of the problem with Phoenix, it's so isolated from any other large city. You know, LA is like a good 5-6 hours away, you know, and the other closest one would be San Diego or Albuquerque or something like that, and they're all like way out of the way. So it's not easy to get big regionally, because this Phoenix is pretty much the only region in Arizona. There's smaller towns here, and there's Tucson, and that's about it. So when we went out on our first tour, we drove all the way to Kentucky for our first show on our first official tour. So, which you can watch on the DVD. Yeah.
How are the women?
I wouldn't know.
Good man.
People think that like bands just are debaucherous, but we don't have time to meet chicks. We don't have time really to get drunk. If you get drunk, you know, the night before, you're definitely paying the price by riding in like a hot van for 9 hours to the next city, and then by the time you get to the next city, you know, you better not be hungover because you're expected to do a lot. That sucks, to be really drunk and messed up on drugs while trying to do something that's so taxing in itself already.
But
Is there anything else you'd like to say to the fans?
buy our album so that, you know, I can have money.
What do you got in your pockets now?
Me? I got the key to Tony's house, cigarettes, phone, a lighter, and a paper towel.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good! And stop! Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good! Let's go drink some beer! 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 It tastes real crappy, but cold beer will make me happy. When I throw up on the floor, I can go and drink some more. They say beer will make me dumb, it aren't so good with pizza. Now that we have drunk some beer, let's go drive a car. Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good! And stop! Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good! Let's go drink some beer! 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 Beer!
Dude, I think you had enough.
as me. I am drunk. Whee! I am drunk. Drunk as me. I am drunk. Whee! I am drunk. Drunk as me. I am.
Alright, motherfuckers! It's time to go old school! So put on your thinking caps and get ready to fuck shit up! I'm BTTBFG!
You can go crazy now.
Hi, I'm Rob from Psychostick.
It's Psychostick!
Being in a band is really expensive.
It's a time of year for going shopping. It's a time of year for seeing grandma. It's a time of year for liking children. That's right. Food. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump. My Jägermeister. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump. My Jägermeister. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump. My Jägermeister. Woo! Touring. Gas. Bills.
This summer, a lot of really good bands won't be able to record an album for you because they don't have the funding. While a lot of terrible bands are going to be recording a lot of terrible albums because their parents have a lot of money.
We're writing a song, a special song. It kicks ass, right, Jimmy?
Yes, it does.
But we don't have any lyrics yet because the lyrics are gonna be your names. $50, you can get your first and last name in the lyrics of this song. And when the CD comes out, you get a signed copy of the CD.
So for $250, you can get your business name in the verse of our song. There's only 25 of those spots left, so you better hurry up and grab one.
This song with your names will be on the new album.
What do you want? You guys that Psychostick band? Yeah. You do that beer song, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, look, it's Psychostick. Yeah. You guys must be billionaires or something.
We are not billionaires.
Hey Rob, can we get that new Engel Special Edition rack mount preamp for the recording?
I'm sorry, Jake. We can't afford it.
But you promised! Promised!
Disappointment.
Okay guys, for the recording, we need to buy that VHT amp. We need that BB Sonic Maximizer. We need a new DI box for the guitars so we can reamp. And we need that Waves plugin so Rob's voice sounds really present and full. So everybody, see what we got.
Let's see here.
I think we need more.
Complete failure.
Shall we? We're going to be accepting 400 names to go into this song. If it's a personal name, first and last name, $50. If it's a business name, $250, but we're only taking 25 business names.
Not only will you be in our song and on the lyric sheet,
But you'll also be submitted for a contest to fly you and a friend out to our CD release party. The goal to cover all the costs for recording a CD for you is $23,000. To follow the progress of our album fundraiser, please go to psychostick.com/newalbum, all one word.
Hi, I'm Rob from the band Psychostick. You may have heard us through such songs as 2-Ton Paperweight, the Jägermeister love song, In a Band to Get Chicks, a new one, Jolly Old Sadist, and of course, this one.
Beer is good! Beer is good! Let's go drink some beer!
We are in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona today at Toxic Recording Studios, where we recorded our latest CD to bring you a tutorial on how to set up your music for sale on your MySpace page via Snowcap. Now, the best way to approach this is to be very calm. Why, Jay? Whatever's the problem?
I want to make billions of dollars using the internet to sell my music, but I don't know how to set up a Snowcap account.
Worry not, my friend. That's why I'm here.
First, find a computer.
Ah, there's my computer.
And then make sure you're plugged into the internet with that computer. Open up your browser and go to snowcap.com. This requires one of those internet connections we talked about earlier. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you've got one. Next, click on Sign Up. This will allow you to sign up for Snowcap. The artist account sign-up form appears. You'll have to agree to their legal stuff, but it's standard and harmless for you worrywarts out there. Alright, it's time to enter your account information. Almost all of the fields are required, so make sure you get as much filled out as possible. Now you'll have to enter your credit card info. This is mostly just for verification. They will not charge you for anything, so don't worry. There's also an option to enter your social security number for verification, but the credit card information is there either way. We're not showing our credit card information because we're dumb, but not that dumb. That funky image with all the garbled letters is Snowcap's way of saying, hey, you're not some spam bot that wants to be all stupid and ruin the internet. Next, you'll get a super polite thank you. Yay! Now you must check your email. You should have a new email from Snowcap Customer Care, since you are now a customer and they care. Click on the link to activate your account. Then log in with your email address and newly created password on snowcap.com. Hooray! You're an uber-ton closer to selling your music through Snowcap. Wow! Provided that your band name doesn't conflict with Snowcap's big band database, you'll be set. If for some reason there is a conflict, follow Snowcap's frequently asked questions, FAQ, to get help. Next, you must upload your tracks. Go to Upload on the top bar there and select your artist name, file type, then click Add Files. Browse for the music file on your hard drive, provided you did go through that entire recording process. Then select Start Upload. Your file will then be uploaded as indicated by a status bar. Repeat until all the songs you want to sell are uploaded. Once you're done uploading your awesome songs, click Next. You'll then get to name your tracks. Wow, amazing. Click Next once you've successfully named all of your songs. Now you must set up the prices to sell your songs. Snowcap takes a cut for the service they provide, and rightly so. You can also select 2 other online retailers to sell your music through if you like. Click Next once you're done. Now you're done. Click Done to be done. You're not really done just yet though. That is, if you're ready to sell your music on MySpace. That is why you're here, right? Of course you are. Now you must go to myspace.com and log into your artist account. I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume you know how to do this. Once logged into your MySpace account, on your main account screen, find a link called Create Your MySpace Music Store. It might not show up on the classic view, so make sure you've switched to the new home skin view. It has prettier buttons and stuff. Now click on that Create Your MySpace Music Store link. Now you'll get a page with some encouraging text. How nice! Read all of it if you want, then click on Set Up My Store. You're suddenly whisked back to Snowcap. Calm down, this is a good thing. Next you're asked to log in or sign up. We've already signed up, haven't we? Yes, we have. So make sure your Snowcap email and password are entered under Already Registered and click Go. Now it'll ask you if you want to embed your music store on your MySpace page. Well, of course you do or you wouldn't be here. Make sure, yes, place this store on my MySpace profile page is selected, then click on Continue. Now, between a few minutes and a day or so, your store will appear under your MySpace playlist. If it hasn't yet, give it some time and keep checking back. Now, you're done. You're on your way to potentially becoming a multi-billionaire selling your music through MySpace and Snowcap. Yay!
Well now, from Psychostick to you, and everything that courses through our veins, and all the stars in the galaxy, and all the little grass blades that grow out of the ground, we would like to thank you for watching this video today on how to set up your Snowcap account on your MySpace page. It is with great pride and honor that we have been selected to bring this to you. And we hope, with everything that is in the universe, and up and below, and in the rocks, and the sea, and the sky, and the fishies, and the bears, that you are satisfied and have a successful endeavor in making money via the internet through your MySpace page, through Snowcap. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful and prosperous day. Good night, and farewell.
You're dumb.
We'll go ahead and fix that in post.
You're getting better and better every tour, Alex.
Yeah, man, you're my favorite guy.
Additional generic band compliment, Alex.
Why, hello there. We are Psychostick, and this video is the official Psychostick Street Team, aka The Dumb, orientation video. The key to being a successful promoter on The Dumb is to remember where to go to promote. Concerts, tattoo shops, music stores. How to promote? Being enthusiastic, being proactive. All this is very hard to remember, so we came up with an all-encapsulating acronym known as Dad Get Muff Hump It.
Determination. Aggressive.
Dork stores, you know, comic book stores, video game resale stores, video game stores in general. Any place like that, anime stores, basically just go in and ask them, hey, can I put this poster up here, or may I set some flyers on the counter? Worst they could say is no.
Guys wearing band shirts. This can actually be a pretty good way to promote. say you're at Taco Bell and you see a guy wearing a Slipknot or a Mudvayne or a Hatebreed shirt, just break the ice and start asking him about that band, start talking to him about it. And then you can, actually, we made a video that can explain it better than I can. Roll the clip.
That's really weird, man. I found this monkey in my ass.
Really?
Yeah, check it out.
Hey, dude, fuck yeah, Damage Plan. It's all about Dimebag, man. You like metal?
Yes, I do.
Have you heard of Psychostick?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Well, have you heard that Beer is Good song? He goes, beer is good, beer is
Oh,
good.
yeah, I heard
That's Psychostick, man.
That song kicks ass.
Yeah, man, you should go to their show. They're playing here really soon.
Oh, sweet.
All right, hope to see you there. It's gonna kick your ass.
Oh yeah, I'll see you guys there.
All right.
Enthusiasm.
Tattoo shops. Go to your local tattoo shop and leave posters and or flyers if they'll let you, because tattoos and metal go hand in hand.
MySpace. There are many ways to promote on MySpace. You have bulletins. Post bulletins, put flyers on your MySpace page, have your friends do the same. You can also post comments with the flyers on there, and also have your friends do the same.
Underground music scene. Basically, do you know anybody that plays in a local band? And those are great places to hand out flyers to shows. Pretty much any metal rock concert that has less than 1,000 people at it. You know, websites, underground music magazines, if you can somehow get shows listed in those, good thing to do.
Facebook. There are many ways to promote on Facebook. You can become a fan on Psychostick's official Facebook page. That's a start. Then you can post flyers on your friends' walls, also putting flyers in your picture, your photo albums, so people can see the flyers from there. And they also get that notification whenever you add, they'll see the flyer. It's another great way to do it.
Fantastic.
Head shops. You know, places that sell water pipes for smoking tobacco. Oftentimes they have areas where you can leave flyers or posters, especially if you know someone who works there.
Hey, how are you? You always have flyers on you.
Go to the show. Music stores. You know, especially those little underground ones that are more likely to special order CDs for you. They know the cool record stores. Well, very often they'll have like places you can put up posters or places you can leave flyers. And if not, ask if you can. What could it hurt?
Proactive. Let me give you a hand with this.
Internet. There are many places to promote shows on the internet, such as local music websites, forums, calendars. The entire thing is your playground to help promote shows, especially in your area. So give it a shot.
Just don't spam too much.
And don't spam, because that's stupid.
Thorough.
Determination. Aggressive. Dork stores. Guys and chicks wearing band shirts. Enthusiasm. Tattoo shops. MySpace. Underground music scene. Facebook. Fantastic. Head shops.
You always have flyers on you.
Music stores. Proactive. Internet. Thorough. Thank you for watching. We hope you've learned something. Actually, we hope you've learned everything. For additional questions or compliments, please visit thedung.org. Have a wonderful day.
Hey.
Hey. You're not Alex.
Excuse me, guys.
Dick.
We just recorded a whole CD with him.
Hey, you want to film something awesome? I'm getting ready to take a piss.
No.
Info dump. Okay.
That's the Nature Channel with Jimmy.
Don't forget the 7 P's of promotion. Promote, 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 Psychostick, promote, promote, promote.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer.
Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. And stop, beer is good, beer is good, beer is good.
Let's go drink some beer. When it's warm it tastes real crappy, but cold beer will make me happy. When I throw up on the floor, I can go and drink some more. They say beer will make me dumb, it are no good with pizza. Now that we have drunk some beer, let's go drive a car.
Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. And stop, beer is good, beer is good, beer is good.
Let's go drink some beer.
Dude, I think you've had enough.
Let's go drink some beer.
I am drunk, drunk as me. I am drunk, woo! I am drunk, drunk as me. I am drunk, woo! I am drunk, drunk as me. I am,
Wow, that was like the official take that sucks. Okay. Let's hope that more of it's kind of don't fall.
I'll have to ignore this edit since we like most of it.
You just like headed because you were scratching your ass. Not your head.
Oh no, outside the assets. The assets are cool to know. It's like, oh, he's scratching his ass. Metal, he doesn't care.
Especially if they involve beer.
Yeah.
Unless you
Well,
have
like,
beer
if I'm
and
scratching
you
my head,
scratch your
like,
ass and you spill it.
Dude, we're gonna have so much like
Okay, no, we have to have blooper reel. At the end of it, you have to have Galvin talking about his ass itching.
Hi, I'm Mason.
I'm Blake.
And, you know, we love Psychostick.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we sent you guys the Death Burger video.
Hells yeah.
Which was totally awesome.
Damn right.
And now we're going to do something completely idiotic. What are we going to do?
Go to different ladies.
To plug.
Thing to plug.
Yeah, alright. So here it goes.
Here we go.
I'm sure you guys will like it anyway. And I think we'll have some more coming in the near future. So just be watching out for me and Blake. And you should also go check out our band's MySpace.
Dude, I'm a
at dude, you know, myspace.com/dudeI'mA-ninja666. We haven't put any music on there yet because we're trying to get together. But when we do, it's going to be awesome. You guys should check it out.
Hell yeah.
All right.
It's recording.
What would you do for a death burger?
Are they answering?
I don't know. Just give it a minute.
What's on your heart?
Yes, I would like a death burger. Or like a death burger.
With choice.
With death burger with cheese.
And fries.
And the fries.
And nachos.
Can you
And
make
coffee.
that combo?
And then my muffin.
Do you have a death burger or not? Ah, blast it. Then just give me a large cherry limeade. And a large watermelon slush. I'll go somewhere else for a death burger.
Okay, you have a large cherry limeade, a large watermelon slush.
Can I make that cherry limeade a Route 44, please?
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, it's 4:42. Be right out.
Thank you. And that is what I would do for a death burger.
Me too.
Whoa! What? Stop!
Oh, they're right next to her.
Apparently, the other heads is done by you got the champion, Tom the Bomb. Tom the Bomb has to face his tag team part of the IW. What is this? The Bomb Squad have to face off against each other. Your officiator, Dirty Hippie Mac Madness.
Alcoholic Mac Madness.
How many beers is that? You want some of the beers? Yeah! Tom the Bomb showing off the Intercontinental Gold. Good day, boys. Good day. Good day. You have to face your partner. How's a good day when you